My name is Nikki, and this vlog is about Project Runway, Under the Gun, Season 1, Episode 3. This is the first of the episodes where we really see the premise of the show, which is the designers designing, the mentors mentoring, a runway with judges, and one contestant going home. So this vlog does have spoilers, so if you haven't seen the episode and are intending to watch it later, this may not be the best thing to watch. Okay? So I got my little notes. It always surprises me. This first challenge is a red carpet inspired by a bus trip around town and one day. So it always kind of surprises me when people say, oh, I can't believe we have a gown challenge, or it's one day, because they really should know better. But I can tell you, I've applied to be on a reality show, and then, of course, I worked on a reality show. And usually the time between when you're selected and when you have to leave is pretty short. So it's not like 6-7 months in my experience. Usually it's pretty short, so you get selected, and then once you get selected, you have to figure out your bills, your family, who's going to take care of your dog, what are you going to pack, what are you going to bring, you know, all those things. So in a way, after learning more about the industry, I understood a little better why people are so unprepared. But you still do think, like, come on, this show's been going on for like 10 years, so if you're even thinking about it, you should start practicing. So anyway, I don't have a lot of sympathy. I don't think many viewers do for when people say, you know, oh, I'm so unprepared. Oh, I can't believe it's a gown. Oh, I can't believe it's a red challenge. It's like, come on, we knew this was going to happen. There's going to be an unconventional challenge. There's going to be probably not active wear, like sports wear. There's going to be multiple. You have to do pants. You're going to do a dress, you know, all that kind of thing. So, you know, I have no sympathy for them. This is the first time we got to see the mentors mentoring, and I love watching Tim work with the mentors. That's been my favorite part of the show so far, or one of them. I love, it's just a new aspect of the show that I enjoy, where he sits and talks with them and works with them. I'm really enjoying that part, so that's been really pleasant. Anya and Mondo so far have proven to be very self-aware mentors. They seem to have a very deliberate and a good idea of what they want to do, and they seem to be able to execute it relatively well. And then there's Nick. So pretty much this whole episode, this whole storyline of this episode is that Nick is not doing the best job of mentoring. So Tim's getting frustrated with him. The other mentors are watching him going, oh my gosh, what is he doing? And Nick, of course, is oblivious and thinks he's doing this great job. So it's kind of a little awkward to watch. So if you look at the runway, when they would show all of Mondo's contestants, they were a little, you know, he had some of the wilder kind of looks, but they all looked very different. Anya's, they all looked very different. When you get to Nick's, they all kind of looked like a line of dresses from the same designer. You know, I mean, they really did look very similar. I mean, not identical, but like they had a similar feel. Like his hand in him was pretty heavy. So you know, and they were kind of boring, which is death in this type of competition. So I'm not so impressed with Nick so far. And then of course he keeps saying how smart he is and how brilliant he is and how prepared he is, which really, of course, like grates a lot, because you're thinking not only are you doing a bad job, but you're constantly bragging about it. So we'll have to kind of see if he, you know, he keeps saying that he learns, like he, you know, but I don't know, you know, I don't know if that's going to happen. So let's see, what are my notes? The prize of $5,000 for every single win is like phenomenal. Like these designers are like super lucky, because even if you don't win the whole thing, that's pretty life-changing. Like if you win 2 or 3, that's like $15,000, and it definitely will be a nice evening force for people that win a ton and then don't actually win the whole season. So like Daniel Vosovic was one. That won a ton of them. I can't remember who else, but you know, there's been a lot of times where, you know, someone's done really well through the season and then they've lost and they kind of come out with nothing. So this is a kind of great consolation prize. one of the things I did notice is that this season seems to have a lot of problems with designers just flat out not following the rules, not being ready when time is up. We saw that both in episode 2 in the sewing room, practically dragging her out by her hair, and then Camilla this episode trying to buy stuff and the time being up and she's still not organized. So I'm not sure whether that's always happened and we've just never seen it, or whether there's a real problem this season. And we know it happens at least one more time from the previews. So that kind of annoys me, because I feel like as a viewer, like, they know the rules, they should have to follow them, and who are they to, like, just decide not to. So as a viewer, I'm not happy with that. And speaking of Camilla, who left, they kept talking about the details in the back. I couldn't see any of it on my TV. I don't know if you could see it on yours, but there was nothing on mine that I could see. It just looked like a white front and a black back. So maybe that was, you could see it on the runway, but I couldn't see it at home. And as for the winning design, I liked it. The one thing I didn't react very well to was the jumpsuit had kind of, the way the top came in reminded me of a bib on overalls. And that might just be showing my age, but I remember wearing those kind of overalls when I was a kid. And so I had a kind of negative reaction to that particular feature. And that just may be that I'm just getting too old to appreciate everything. Other than that, I liked a jumpsuit. I wouldn't wear it. But that's certainly by no means a definition of what's good, because I wouldn't wear half the stuff that wins and I can say it's good. So that is sort of my assessment of this episode, and I look forward to talking about episode 4 with you.